That is so close. That is so close. Welcome back, super friends and super family. I am Thor, your friendly neighborhood god of thunder. Today I'm reacting to Stand By Me. Don't know too much about this movie. I know that it is based off a Stephen King work. I don't know if that's a book or a short story. And I believe that it's a coming of age tale based off what what I saw like pressing play on Netflix. It looks like a bunch of young boys, and knowing Stephen King, I'm thinking something along the lines of It, but I don't think it's horror based because I've heard people refer to this movie as emotional and moving. I've yet to hear anyone say they had nightmares with Stand By Me. So that would be crazy. If it goes the horror route, I will be completely surprised. But I don't think so. I think it's going to be more, I don't know. I imagine like small town because it's Stephen King, young boys, adolescent boys hanging out. And I am pretty sure River Phoenix is in this, so I'm excited if he's also in this movie. And I don't know if it has any connection to the song or if the song came out first or the movie or the book. I really don't know. Does anyone claim ownership over the expression Stand By Me? I feel very ignorant saying this, but if anyone wants to educate me, please let me know in the comments. But just very excited. I'm a fan of Stephen King. I don't think I've watched or read anything of his works where I don't get some value out of it. And I've heard good things about this movie, so I'm hoping that it's a fun time. But as always, if you want to watch along and support on Patreon, you can see the full reactions as well as future reactions for early access. Thank you to everyone who does that there. Do appreciate it. I also am going to be doing about one classic movie per week. I've got a lot of exciting ones coming soon. So if you do enjoy this type of content, feel free to subscribe. That does help out the algorithm and help my channel. If not, no worries. Thank you for stopping in for this reaction. Let's get into it. Stand By Me. Don't even know what year this one came out. But if it's anything like The Shawshank Redemption, I don't think in terms of plot it will be, but in terms of quality, I'll be so happy because that movie is just so powerful. What is bothering you? I can see why that would make you upset. I wonder if he knew that person. He better not be the guy who stabbed.
I was living in a small town in Oregon called Castle Rock.
I'm assuming this is the guy we just saw in the opening, flashing back now. Look at that. Nice little tree fortress. I've always wanted a tree house. I've never had one, but I always thought there's just something inherently cool about it, especially when I was younger. Oh, he's a cool kid smoking cigarettes. A little rebellious.
Your garbage cans are empty and your dog's pregnant. Just say I was French.
He's like, I don't care. I meant to insult you.
His dad was given to fits of rage. One time he held Teddy's ear to a stove.
Jeez, that's insane.
You four-eyed pile of shit. A pile of shit has 1,000 eyes.
I don't know what that means.
He came from a bad family and everyone just knew he'd turn out bad. Including Chris.
Dang, that's too bad.
Oh man, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this.
Okay, you better not be overselling this. What is it?
I ran all the way home. Come on, you guys. Okay, forget it. I don't have to tell you nothing. Hold on, you guys, hold on.
Yeah, don't piss him off so he doesn't tell you anything.
You didn't deal yourself no pad hand.
Come on, what's the news?
You guys want to go see a dead body?
What are you, Logan Paul?
We all understood what Vern meant right away.
Dead body. Maybe this is going to turn into a horror tale.
Vern had been trying to find those pennies for 9 months. 9 months, man. He didn't know whether to laugh or cry.
Or both.
The train must have hit him.
Big fucking deal.
How can you just say that?
They're gonna want to know how the hell we got way out on Back Harlow Road.
Well, you shouldn't be doing that stuff then.
Trace those calls, stupid. I seen it on Highway Patrol and on Dragnet.
Well, do it from a payphone or something. If you watch so many shows, there's a way to leave an anonymous call without getting caught.
Christ, man, if they would have known you were under there, they would have killed you.
I agree, they might have.
Probably pin a medal on you, Vern.
It might lead to some problems. I don't know.
You tell your folks you're sleeping over at Teddy's. Then we say we're going over to the drag races the next day. Dinner.
Okay, he's the brains of the operation. This kid right here. He's the smart one.
What do you say? All right. Gordy. Sure. Vern? I don't know.
The peer pressure.
Come on, Bruno. Come on, Bruno.
Oh, come on. He's the one who gave you this information.
That's
Why is he
not my fault.
concerned?
Mom.
Dang, she looks so checked out. Like she's over life.
In April, my older brother Dennis had been killed in a Jeep accident. 4 months had passed, but my parents still hadn't been able to put.
Oh, shoot. No wonder. That's so sad. That's rough. And it's got to be rough for the younger kid, too, like dealing with grieving parents. I mean, is there anything harder to process than the loss of a child?
Hey, this is your Yankee cap.
No, this is your Yankee cap.
Oh, and they were close, too.
Dad, they're okay.
Sure they are. A thief and two thieves.
Bro, you're not even like you're spending any time with your son, okay?
He's a thief in my book.
I don't like that. Like, I can feel bad for the parents' grief, but don't take it out on your kid. It's already bad enough you're ignoring him. I do think that's pretty realistic, though. I bet that happens.
It was almost noon as we set out to find the body of a dead kid named Ray Brower.
That feels like a line from a book. I hope this is a faithful adaptation of the story. Oh, you guys better be careful with the gun.
Jesus.
Don't have a Pulp Fiction moment, please.
It's 45. I can see that.
He's like, I know my guns.
Is it loaded? Hell no. What do you think I am?
Jeez! That was like a triple jinx.
I don't care. That was a mean trick, Chris. Hey, Gordy.
It was a little mean, but it was pretty funny, too.
Pinky swear.
I like how that's the highest level, the pinky swear.
Hey girls, where you going?
Oh, great. We got some loser bullies.
Give it to me. Come on.
I feel like I recognize that actor.
Brother's not very polite, Eyeball.
Now, Christopher, I know you didn't mean to insult my friend.
Oh, you're the brother? You're the brother you're letting your friend bully your brother? That's so garbage of you.
Stop it, man. Shit.
Oh, don't you dare do that. And how could you just stand there, man?
I feel a whole lot better.
How could you feel better and not feel like a loser beating on like kids so much smaller than you? That scene felt so real. That was really good acting.
We'll be sleeping out at night in the woods. We might see a bear.
Or a monster. It is a Stephen King movie.
I brought a comb. What do we need a comb for?
To look nice.
We wanna look good, don't we?
There you go. This kid's thinking.
Sound about right to you, Gordy? Yeah, it might even be 30.
That's going to be quite the endeavor.
Did your mother ever have any kids that lived? What do you mean?
I kind of feel bad for him, too. He's always like the butt of the jokes. It's a nice wide shot. It looks good, and it's a cool way to kind of convey the distance they're traveling.
Hey, I'm kind of hungry. Who's got the food? Shit.
Oh, did they forget food?
Not me.
Oh, that sucks.
What am I supposed to do? Think of everything? I brought the comb. I don't even have any hair.
A good point. His hair is so short, though.
See how much money we got?
Where are you going to buy food, though?
60 cents from Teddy.
He's reluctant to give it up.
7 cents.
7 cents! That's funny. Good thing they're paying attention.
I'm gonna dodge it. Train dodge. Dig it.
Oh, come on. I mean, this is such a young kid thing to do, though.
Just like the beach in Normandy.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, no, come on, guys.
Dang, he's risking it for his friends. I kind of like that. I like how the sound of the train is drowning out the sound of their fighting. Go on, hug it out. You guys are friends. He just cared about you.
Could have dodged it.
Oh, come on. Oh, these guys. Yeah, good friends over here for sure.
With you homos. Been acting psycho all day.
They're gonna find out. They're gonna find out. I'm worried though, if the two groups converge, these losers might beat up our gang of, Stranger Things kids. I'm guessing they're about to climb over.
Hey, Vern. Looks like your mom's been out driving again. Oh, it's so funny I forgot to laugh.
That's actually a pretty good response when someone says a dumb joke.
And his dog Chopper. From
Watch out for the
years,
dog.
Legend had it that Milo had trained Chopper not just to sick, but to 6 specific parts of the human anatomy.
Okay, you guys be careful.
Who had illegally scaled the junkyard fence might hear the dread Chopper, sick balls.
That would be a pretty terrifying thing to hear.
Was anywhere in sight.
For now. I mean, he is a little crazy, but I like him.
Hey, race you. No, I don't. Oh, right to the pump, man. Come on. Kind of tired. Go!
I like that.
Chambers at the tape. The crowd goes wild.
Their friendship feels so real, and it's so cool.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he's right. You notice?
I like how they've all paid attention.
It was grand.
Chopper will be here. Ooh, sick ball. You go.
You're laughing now, but if Chopper shows up,
Odd man goes.
is it going to be a Harvey Dent coin?
4 tails.
Wow, wow. It's a sign. It's a sign.
Doesn't mean any That's when he came up with the creature just before they got into the car. And bang! They all got totaled.
Okay, don't set a bad vibe going forward.
Go get the provisions, you morphodite.
What's a morphodite?
Finding new and preferably disgusting ways to degrade a was always held in high regard.
I do think Stephen King has a real talent for like capturing the actual experience of like younger kids, as opposed to like some writers who write for kids, but it feels like adult interactions.
Bible says in the midst of life we are in death. Did you know that?
Are you trying to be comforting, or are you trying to, you know? Oh, okay.
I think she's a lovely girl.
Dad, please have the potatoes.
Dorothy, don't talk to the girls.
Dad.
You shouldn't be thinking about
Oh
girls.
my gosh. He'll probably be thinking about girls one way or the other.
Gordy wrote a story. It was really good.
Look at him, like bringing some attention to the younger brother.
I really liked it. Thought it was great.
That's so cool. Of course, it's so sad he's gone when he's such a great connection with his younger brother.
Yeah, well, your brother Denny sure could play football.
I wonder if he feels like now he doesn't live up to, you know, his brother and what he was able to do. There's a little bit of that going along with missing his brother. Where'd they go? Careful, what if the dog is here now? Oh, shoot! Run, 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 run! Go, go, go! Does he even have a dog?
But what I heard was Chopper, sick balls.
Okay, he does have a dog. I thought maybe it was all a myth.
Chopper was my first lesson in the vast difference between
Yeah, that is not a very scary looking dog at all.
You little tin weasel, peckerwood loony son.
He's like, dude, you just crossed a line.
Your dad's a loony. A loony up in the nut house in Togus.
Oh, dude, shut up. Shut up. They weren't doing anything wrong.
He's crazier than a shithouse rat.
Dude, you're a loser.
You come on and try it, you little slimy bastard.
Can you imagine being the type of person to, like, insult a young kid like this?
Let him do his own fighting.
Sure, you only outweigh by 500 pounds, fat ass!
Exactly.
I said come back here. Come back here.
Dang, I feel bad for him. He's clearly sensitive about his dad. That's...
Why do you care what a fat old pile of shit like him says about your
I mean, that's the right mindset to have. Who cares? There's always going to be those people in life.
Get it, alright? He don't know nothing about your old man. He's just dog shit.
I agree.
You and your old man, he can't change that. Forget it, alright? Just forget it.
I do like how they all, like, come together, like, kind of backing him up when the guy is, like, being such a jerk, and then even trying to, like, comfort him.
A night without armor and a savage.
They're like, not the time, man. I think he was trying to help out, though.
Sorry if I'm spoiling everybody's good time.
Aw, you're good, man. You're good.
Going to see a dead kid. Maybe it shouldn't be a party.
Dang. There's some real maturity in saying that.
You know, like all guts and eyeballs already jump. Shut up, Vern, goddammit! Can't help it.
Oh, Vern.
Sorry.
I really think he means well.
only a quarter to
Hold still, will you?
That's one way to do tattoos.
You're all like that. You want to get laid, you got to get yourself a Protestant.
Is that how it goes down, really?
The police have expanded their efforts to include mutton, Durham, and
They're gonna crack under the pressure and tell Mr. Lead Bully over here, and then they're all gonna go out to find the body themselves.
If either one of you assholes had $2,000, I'd kill you both.
I kind of believe him. Like, I don't even know how much of that is a joke. I don't know this song, but it's starting off pretty cool. Okay, it's a great song.
One piece for after supper. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
You can tell Gordy's thinking about his brother, like ever since he went to the convenience store.
Yeah, but so what? Everybody's weird.
What a perfect response.
I'm not going in with a lot of pussies. Forget it. Well, then you're an asshole.
It's like a little Goodwill Hunting almost.
It's asshole if your friends drag you down. You hang with us, you'll just be another wise guy with shit for brains.
I really like how he's like pulling for Gordy to like pursue his education.
Mighty Mouse is a cartoon. Superman is a real guy. A real guy.
Yeah, respect Superman. Mighty Mouse, who cares about him?
Bullshit. Bull true.
Bull true, I like that.
Danny was the one he cared about, and don't try to tell me different.
I think that's some tough love right there, though. I think he's nailed, like, he's exactly right. Writing, of course, is worth pursuing, and I think it's true. That is his dad speaking.
Kids lose everything unless there's someone there to look out for them. And if your parents are too fucked up to do it, then maybe I should.
Dude, you should be a writer with lines like that. That's some real wisdom and good advice to your friend. I wonder if any of this was kind of based off Stephen King's own childhood. You know, how much of it was taken from that. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
You walk 5 miles down the river, you gotta walk 5 miles back.
Yeah, it's a pretty long detour.
We go across here, we can get to the same place in 10 minutes.
What, are they worried a train's gonna come?
There's nowhere to go.
Okay, yeah.
Teddy, it's 100 feet. Yeah, Teddy.
Okay, if you go across, go quickly.
I'm crossing here,
Of course he's crossing there. He likes to stare down trains.
relaxing with my thoughts.
Relaxing with your thoughts. He's like, I'll be meditating. Very zen. A train is gonna come, right? Oh, that's smart. That's really smart. See, he really is the smart one. Maybe go at a little bit of a quicker pace, though, just in case the train does come. That's true. You also can't fall in between, so do be careful. I'm like their parents, right? I'm like all worried about the precautions. Like, hey, take care of yourself. Don't get hurt. You're really gonna go across like that? Poor Gordy, if the train comes, he's only stuck because he's going so slow. Don't lose the comb. Oh no. R.I.P. I guess you're gonna be on TV with bad hair. I'm sorry.
I lost the comb.
You would have thought he like dropped his wallet or his phone. I really like that. I don't know why, it's just hilarious. Don't get lost in thought and fall off, dude. A train's coming, isn't it? Come on, hurry, hurry, don't just stand there. Let's go, let's go. Is he gonna have to jump or can he make it? Go, 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 you guys. Yeah, get up, dude. Dude, you can't just... I swear, if he gets run over... I mean, the train has to see them. I know it can't stop completely, but can he slow down at least? That is so close. That is so close. They were so close to making it without jumping off, too. Oh, okay, they didn't fall all the way down. Okay. This is why you shouldn't have been going so slow at the beginning.
I wasn't that scared. Come on.
You were pretty scared, but I don't blame you.
Okay, then you won't mind if we check the seat of your jockeys for Hershey squirts, will you? Screw. You better nothing like a smoke after a meal.
They're like, we're such adults.
Hey, Gordo, why don't you tell us the story?
I don't know.
Dang, putting him on the spot.
Yeah, come on, Gordo.
Does he have one ready to go?
He weighs close to 180, but you know, it's not his fault. It's his gland. Oh, yeah, my cousin's like that. Sincerely. She weighs over 300 pounds. Hi, boy Glander. Something.
Honestly, Vern is like me as a reactor, just like throwing out random comments while listening to the movie and the story.
Shut up, Vern.
And that's the comment section telling me to shut up.
Instead of calling him Davy, they call him Lardass. Lardass Hogan.
Not an ideal nickname.
The greatest revenge idea. A kid.
The greatest? What, is it better than Carrie?
Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Now, the next...
That's interesting. We're actually going to see like his imagination played out on screen.
You got a big appetite, Lardass.
even think about winning this.
I hope he wins.
Boy, are you fat.
Dude, shut up.
Pay any attention to those fools, Lardass. Yes, Davy.
I'm rooting. He's like the ultimate underdog, and he looks exactly like Vern, right? Let me know, anyone who's done a pie eating contest, I'd love to hear about your experience. I've never done it, but it seems it's just like so gross. I'm sorry, but I'd love to know if anyone's competed. Oh, he seems to be doing well. Keep it going, man. How much do you have to eat for to say it's done? Because they're clearly not eating the whole pie. It's almost bittersweet them chanting his name because it's so insulting.
What he wanted was revenge.
I mean, I'm like them. I'm kind of riveted by this little story. Is that, I don't understand exactly what that does. Does that help you keep all the pies down? Is he gonna throw up everywhere? Doesn't that disqualify you, though? I don't want to... This is gonna be gross. All the sound effects. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, oh, don't. I don't want to see this. So gross. It is Stephen King horror, even though it's not his regular horror. It is a pretty awesome and hilarious story. And it also feels like a story a young kid would come up with, too. Yeah, it's a good story. It's a good story. Keep writing, dude. Yeah, that's so cool they're, like, supportive about that.
So that Lardass goes home, and he shoots his father, then he runs away, joins the Texas Rangers. How about that?
I don't like that ending.
Did Lardass have to pay to get in the contest? No, Vern. They just let him in.
Why is that his big question? Is this Stephen King breaking the fourth wall and kind of like speaking about people who like give feedback on his writing? Because it sounds like things people would say about your stories.
That's easy. Pez.
Like from Pez dispensers? Oh, no way. That's so nasty.
Dog. He's definitely a dog.
Now that you bring up this question, I actually don't know. Is Goofy a dog?
There's no way anybody can know that much about opera.
Trust me, there are people.
He can't be a dog. He wears a hat and drives a car. What the hell is Goofy?
It is so relatable, and not a lot of movies can do that as effectively, I think.
His ghost out walking.
What is it, Chris?
He has his gun. I feel like that gun is going to come into play, right? There's going to have some purpose towards the end. Maybe if those bullies like come after them, someone's going to get shot.
I just want to see what he looks like.
It was short-lived bravery. Is something going to come after them, actually?
2,300 hours. Corporal Teddy Douche.
He's like, I've been waiting my whole life for this.
In the knowledge that Corporal Teddy Douche.
Watch, he's going to accidentally shoot the gun and wake everybody up. Oh, no. I'm surprised they even trust him to stand guard. Oh, dang. I wonder if he's dreaming about his brother, losing his brother, maybe. It's interesting, like the technique, like they're not using any sound of this. Oh, gosh. Okay, that dude is related to Denethor. It's gotta be so damaging to, like, a kid's self-esteem and psyche, like, to know that one of your parents, you know, favored your other siblings so much that they would have rather you had died. Like, that's awful.
Go back to sleep.
I feel like Chris is such a good friend. I really do. He's probably my favorite of the group, honestly.
Maybe you could go into the college courses with me. That'll be the day.
Oh, come on. You could do it. You do seem pretty smart yourself.
The way they think of me. I'm just one of those low-life Chambers kids.
That's too bad.
Oh, it is. No one even asked me if I took the milk money that time. I just got a 3-day vacation.
It's like he's a slave to his family's poor reputation, which is so unfair.
Maybe the next week, old lady Simons had this brand new sugar on when she came to school.
Wow.
Yeah, it was brown and had dots on it.
Wow.
Chris Chambers, kid brother to Eyeball Chambers. Do you think that anyone would have believed it?
No, I don't think they would.
Think that that bitch something like that if it'd been one of those douchebags from Up on the View if they had taken the money. No way. Hell no.
Come on, but you got to push past that. You got to push past that, and like, you can still set yourself up for a better future.
I was the stupid one for even trying to give it back.
No, you weren't. You were the good person for giving it back. That makes you a better person.
And I could go someplace where nobody knows
You
me.
can. You'll be able to move out as you get older.
I guess I'm just a pussy.
Hey, that was some strong acting in that scene too. It's always extra impressive when, you know, people this young can give performances that strong. That's so close. Uh-oh. What? Does the deer sense something?
I've never spoken or written of it until just now.
Why? Is there a deeper meaning behind that moment? I'm not sure how to interpret that exactly.
Why couldn't you get some breakfast stuff like Twinkies and Pez and root beer?
What a breakfast.
The idea of seeing that kid's dead body was starting to become an obsession.
What's going to happen, you know, when they find the body? Are they going to find the body? I don't know, like, how this movie's going to wrap up here.
I think we should stick to the tracks.
I say we go across the field. 40?
The final vote.
Yeah. Let's go.
That's what I would do too, honestly.
You don't know what's in those woods.
I think you'll be okay. Come on, what are you going to go by yourself on the train tracks? Yeah, no, you're not going to do that. Oh.
Ace, I gotta tell you something, but you gotta swear on your mother's good name that you won't tell anyone.
Oh my gosh, she of course is not going to keep it a secret.
Billy and Charlie had managed to keep their enormous secret for about 36
I mean, I'm not
months.
surprised at all.
Record
And it's
for
pretty
us.
funny that they both, a personal record.
I still don't think we should go.
Okay. Okay.
What's he going to do?
Get in the fucking car. Now. Let's go.
Yeah, true friendship. True friendship. Trust your instincts. Honestly, I feel like something bad is going to go down, so stay away if you want to, you know, have some self-preservation.
But you flinched.
I know. Too for flinching.
Oh, come on. That seems a little unfair.
Hey, it's not that deep. You can walk across.
It might get deeper later. Keep that stick handy, man. Okay.
Told you we should have stuck to the tracks.
I mean, honestly, you're making a better case the more time they spend on this shortcut.
This is my age. I'm in the prime of my youth, and I'll only be young once. Yeah. For the rest of your life.
Oh, that's a pretty good retort. Gordy's like, I'm moving on.
Burn, there's something on your neck. Yeah, right. I'm not falling for
There probably is, right?
There is something on your neck.
It's a leech.
Oh. Oh, that's a bunch. I'm surprised they didn't feel them earlier. Those aren't real leeches, are they? Like, what do they use for filming, you know? I'm sure there's just easy props, but... Oh, no. Oh, no. Tell me... Oh.
Shit, man.
Oh. Ugh.
I never met anybody who fainted before.
He's like in awe about it.
Oh, great, Chambers. Now you're turning pussy, too.
What's your problem, dude, champ? He had a leech hanging from his balls. He fainted.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. You eat shit.
But I think there's more to it than that. I think something about talking about death and remembering his brother is resonating with him.
Stop it!
Jeez.
Even if no one had followed me, I would have gone on alone.
I think that's absolutely right. I think he would have.
God, I got him. I got him.
No, he's going to keep going. He's going to keep going.
Fall back, Ace. Come on, don't fall
He's
back.
not going to. He's not going to. This is so insane. He would fit right in with Fight Club. Dude, are you insane? That is so insane, dude.
I won.
No, you didn't win. You got extremely lucky, man. He was so calm about that. The fact that he's that calm makes me feel like there's some serious danger behind his eyes, you know? Someone who's willing to do that is not stable at all. Dang, really?
Somewhere under those bushes was the rest of Ray Brower.
Jeez. That was so much quicker than I thought. I thought they were going to have to look for a long time. I like how the seriousness of the situation is really sinking in with them. They're not, you know, goofing around actually finding the dead body. I mean, Gordy has to be thinking about his brother.
Why don't you guys just go over there and look for some branches, okay? Okay.
What a cool move to, like, get them busy doing something else to give him some one-on-one time. Give some space to him. Yeah, sometimes you don't need to say anything. You can just be there for someone.
Guess I'd have to be pretty hard up.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
What the fuck do you know about this?
Oh.
Better start running, eyeball. They got dibs.
Is he gonna draw the gun? I can't believe they're seriously just doing this. I mean, I can. It makes sense given what we've seen of them, but it's just so unfair.
We take the body.
Besides, me and Billy found him first.
I mean, what can they do?
Oh, Billy, I wish we never boosted that car.
Oh, don't say this. Don't say this. Dude, be careful. Be careful.
What do you say, kid?
He's gonna pull the gun, isn't he?
Why don't you go home and fuck your mother some more?
I mean, what a brave answer, but they might be in so much trouble.
You're dead.
I don't think he's kidding. He literally wants to kill him.
They're not taking him.
He's got a knife, man.
Does he have the gun? Does he have the gun?
You're gonna have to kill me, Ace.
Dude. Oh, a shot in the air. Thank goodness.
You ain't got the sack to shoot a woodchuck.
I think he does. You can see the determination in his eyes.
You must have at least some of your brother's goods.
Oh, don't you dare bring up the brother, loser.
Suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood.
The perfect response. And a good label for this guy.
What are you gonna do, shoot us all?
All he needs to do is shoot you, dude. Yes. Yes, that's perfect.
Oh, we will.
I'm surprised he's backing down considering what we saw with the standoff with the other car. You know, that he's not willing to play the bluff.
This is big time, baby.
Good. Remember how you lost and had to back away. I hope you remember it the rest of your life. I do hope they don't, like, capture them later and, like, do horrible things.
Biggest one in 4 counties.
Honestly, thank goodness they had the gun, right?
In the end, we decided that an anonymous phone call was the best.
Dang. Good for them. Good for them. And to kind of reach that understanding at the young age that they are is something.
We'd only been gone 2 days, but somehow the town seemed different, smaller.
Like they've learned something on their trip. They've gained some perspective. I really hope all 4 of them grow up and are successful and have, like, bright futures ahead of them. I'm glad he found one.
No hard feelings, okay?
No way, man.
Good for you. Good for you. I mean, friends fight. That's just going to be part of friendship, but the difference between good and bad oftentimes is the ability to apologize and make up.
As time went on, we saw less and less of Teddy and Vern, until eventually they became just 2 more faces in the halls.
Oh, it's too bad.
Sometimes
It does happen,
come in
though.
and out of your life like busboys in a restaurant.
Really good analogy.
I'm never gonna get out of this town, am I, Gory?
Don't say that, man. Come on, you can get out of this town.
You want, man?
Exactly, exactly.
Chris did get out. He enrolled in the college courses with me.
Good.
Hard, he gutted it out like he always did.
Oh, thank goodness. There better not be a butt coming later.
Just ahead of him, 2 men got into an argument. One of them pulled a knife.
No.
Chris, who had always made the best peace, tried to break it up. He was stabbed in the throat.
Oh, come on. Really? Or is this just part of his story that's not truthful? He's exaggerating for tragic entertainment. Oh, no, no. What am I saying? I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. He's the character from the beginning. It's all tying together. Wow. That's so awesome. He's a writer, though. It's so sad that he died, though, man. Those have to be lines straight from the book. I feel like there's some deep truth there. Oh, okay, so it's based off a novella. I wonder if they added more, to this movie, to have a full movie's length runtime. Like, how much is different from the short story? I want to read it now, having watched this movie. All right, so that is Stand By Me. I mean, what a great little movie. Honestly, I wish there were more movies like this where, I don't know, there was a simplicity to it, a purity to it, and this, it just had this sense of this kind of raw honesty about life and youth in particular, that it felt so real. And I don't know, I think that both the filmmakers and, the Stephen King, like I said, I don't know how closely his story, but just I guess the finished product coming together for this film, they really did a good job of kind of capturing that moment in time. You know, I don't, I didn't grow up in a small town like that. So I'm not saying like I have a shared experience from that age. That's, directly relates that very much to the characters in this film, but it's still undeniable that I can very much relate to some of the truth of the characters, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm explaining this too well, and I'd love to hear people's thoughts too, especially if you come from like a different background. You didn't grow up in a small town, you didn't go through maybe some of the similar experiences as a lot of the main characters, but it felt so real in it, but also being like a satisfying story with a narrative. Like, it didn't feel like one of those slice of life films where there's an aimlessness to the story. It just felt like a story with a very straightforward plot, and I appreciated how there didn't need to be anything grand or crazy about it. But it really was, what held your attention was just the friendship between those four boys. And it's it's hard, I think, to capture both some of the, I don't know how to describe it, the whimsical freedom of that time in your life, but I really like how this film highlights some of the pain and some of the struggle, of being this age and at this phase in your life. And sorry, I'm getting emotional thinking about this movie, just remembering some of the scenes. But I mean, look, from a technical level of the film, I was impressed. The acting was really, really stood out, because with this type of story, without all these bells and whistles or special effects or monsters, it's so critical to me that you have compelling characters and good performances, that, as I'm watching the movie, I'm not constantly thinking like, oh, this, he's a young actor, so he's not that great. Like, no, they really delivered. So across the board, like, props to them. And especially with outdoor shoots and things like that, I don't know, there's some technical stuff I feel like that were well done, that I would imagine with a less competent director wouldn't have been executed and just put together so perfectly for this little story. I like the narrative technique of kind of bookending the beginning and the end. I feel dumb for not connecting the dots right away from the opening, but the light bulb moment happened. There was a little bit of a delay, as often happens in my reactions. But I liked that, and that's a narrative technique, at least the stories that I've read so far of Stephen King, that he employs very frequently, of someone telling a story that is the story, itself. Like, someone is remembering a memory or is being the narrator for you in world. And it does a few interesting things, but what stands out to me for this particular story is, by doing it in that way, the whole movie feels like an adult's reflection on youth. I think that adds something to it. And what I really like is that I think oftentimes it can be easy, and let me know if anyone has experience or disagrees with this too. Like, I'd love to hear your own personal thoughts and feelings about this. But I think that it can be easy to look back on your years when you were younger with these rose-colored glasses, or just this fondness, like this blanket of, oh, those times were good, those times were simple, it was better. And I think there is a degree of truth to that. Like, I think as you get older, you have responsibilities, you have bills, maybe just living life wears you down a bit. and your body, gets older, doesn't work as well, like all of those things that people associate with aging. I think there's some truth to looking back on youth and childhood and having this fondness. But I also think that some of it is a mistake. I think that if you accurately remember those times, it's not all perfect. It's not all simple. I mean, kids can suffer. Kids can doubt and, miss, some seriously sad things can happen to you as a kid. And you can also, I think, not have an adult perspective where you feel trapped. I really liked Chris was probably my favorite out of the characters, but Gordy too, just there's a few moments where you see them dealing with their struggles, whether it's connecting with their parents, feeling loved, grieving someone who's passed away, wondering if you can ever break free out of your family's kind of poor legacy. And all of those things, I think sometimes when you're younger, it feels impossible to change, or it seems like there's no way out, or that you're going to be stuck in this place forever. And I just think the film captured that. And I love the balance of showing us both the good, like the specialness, the unique time in your life at that time, in that moment, but also some of the unique struggles as well, and how it's really a mixed bag. And just, I don't know. I think, like a good parent, this film and this story treated the younger characters like real people, as opposed to like cardboard cutouts of, oh, you're the dumb kid, you're the smart kid, you're the fat kid. Like they felt real and human, and they had good qualities and weaker qualities. They had tendencies, they had their backstory, they had things they were sensitive about, different styles and personalities. It was really good. And then it was very, very satisfying, leading up to the end. I like how they had the courage to stand up to those losers, man. That's what I think Stephen King does pretty well. I feel like a lot of stories that I've read, I've seen the It movies, and they have similar type characters where they just have these horrific, nasty, older kind of adolescent kids who pick on the younger kids. And I wonder if Stephen King was bullied as a child. It kind of makes me think that. And I don't want to be that person who I read something about an author and then I immediately assume that something like that happened in their real life. I think that happens frequently in like articles and things like that. But it comes up time and time again, and it also feels so realistic. I feel like there has to be some personal experience that Stephen King went through, or maybe he just did really good research, figuring out like what it actually is like, and to have some nasty characters and like how they behave, and also the differences too. I like seeing, you see, our core, I don't know, I feel like there should be a term to call the Stranger Thing kids. I'm just going to call them that, even though clearly shows like Stranger Things take inspiration from a movie like this. But our core group of kids, they fought, and they made fun of each other, they insulted each other, but you could sense that deep down they had this strong friendship. Whereas the contrast, and it was a cool way to kind of make that very clear with the older group of guys, you could tell that they were not good friends, and that they were mean-spirited and angry and nasty in a way that the other, our main characters weren't. But heck, I don't know. There's a nice, beautiful simplicity to this film. I'm very glad that I watched it. And heck, like I said, anyone who has read the story, love to hear your thoughts, or if this resonated with you. Did this feel realistic to you? Do you have similar childhood experiences, or did you not have, specifically those similar childhood experiences, but were you still able to relate and feel like the authenticity behind this narrative? I was very impressed with that aspect in particular. And just, it's cool. Like I said, I like seeing just an original story that just doesn't need this crazy explosions or fights or monsters, but can still be very interesting just solely based off the characters. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed this movie. I really liked it. It's a movie that I feel like is going to stick with me, and that I almost want to think about more. So, that's always cool. But thank you to everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see my upcoming reactions. I got Shawshank Redemption coming. I've got Schindler's List. Got a bunch of classic movies coming out soon. Some of those are going to be out for early access now on Patreon. But thank you as always. And remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.